my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is going to be a final flip through of my mini journals that I made by reusing some soap boxes. I filmed the entire process from start to finish and created a playlist. And the playlist is called Mini Journals. So if you're interested in watching all of the videos, check that playlist out. Also, I will link the videos throughout this video in this general area here. I am so pleased with the way that these journals turned out. Each journal is 3.5 by 2.5 with a 1¼ inch spine. There are 3 signatures in each journal. These signatures are attached using a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. It is a fabric wrapped cover. I used some Tim Holtz fabric to wrap the covers. I also embellished the covers by adding some metal book corners. Those are also by Tim Holtz. And the spine was decorated using a ring fastener from Tim Holtz and a tassel that was in my stash for a good long while and that I just trimmed to a length that made sense for the book. I did ultimately decide to add charms to the tails of the waxed thread that I used to attach these signatures to the spine. It's just a little eclectic collection of charms that have been sitting around on my desk, and I'll show them in better detail when I do a flip through. I will do a flip through of each book. It's hard to choose a favorite, but if I had to, I would say this one right here is my favorite. I love that it has this beautiful blue, black, and purple on the cover. Absolutely adore that. The book was embellished using mostly items from Tim Holtz. We have some paper dolls and some other ephemera from his collections. I used the picture strips to decorate each of the signatures, and the covers of each of the signatures is made from wallpaper, and it has this cute little decorative trim. This is signature number 1. I used different papers from a collection of papers that I got on sale from Barnes & Nobles. I did some embellishment in each of the signatures using different stamps by Tim Holtz. Created pockets and a couple of tuck spots and belly bands using some cut-offs from when I trimmed the papers for the signatures. And I just here and there tucked in more ephemera from Tim Holtz. I did have a mini vintage calendar from 1947 that I cut apart and tucked some of those pages throughout the journal. 1941, actually. That was a fun find, and it was the perfect size for the book, so I took it apart and tucked the pages here and there throughout the book. Plenty of space here to work with, either journaling, doodling. This is the signature, the center of the first signature. Here is that waxed cording that I used to sew the signature into the journal. And for this one, I added just a wooden bead, a blue stone I had, and a metal charm. Very eclectic. I love that. The books themselves, I think, are generally eclectic, or at least have that vibe. You have some tea-stained, coffee-stained paper, some washi tape, other decorative or specialty paper. Here's a pocket a side pocket that I created. Here's another one of those pages from that vintage calendar. They're double-sided for the most part. It's the months of the year with sunrise and sunset information on the bottom, something about moons. It's really cool. So this is September, October. I love that little book. I've had it forever. It's just been waiting for its moment, and here it is. It just worked perfectly with this project. Here's signature number 2. I love these little Tim Holtz photo strips. I was glad that I was finally able to use them. There's more washi tape there. Here's a little pocket I created. Tucked in some more ephemera by Tim Holtz. There's another one of those pages from that little vintage calendar. I just adore the way these turned out, and they were so fun to make. I think what I'm going to do is keep one and sell the other. I just don't know when I'm going to put it up for sale. I do have to just find the time, I suppose. But if you're interested in purchasing, send me an email. So fun. I think this would be cute for documenting birthdays, special occasions, like birthdays, anniversaries. One signature can be birthdays, another signature can be anniversaries, another is just special events. You can do daily affirmations in these. If you have those cameras that take those sticky back Polaroids, those mini prints, I have one of those. This is the perfect size for that. Here is, oh, I think I skipped. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. The center signature, this is how I embellished those threads or tails. I just added a little owl charm. And then for the third signature, that is cover. I absolutely adore this book. This one definitely is going to become part of my collection. Here's another one of those calendar pages. Super cute. It's so tiny. That's what I love about it. I don't know. I'm kind of one of those extremes. I love super, like, oversized journals, and I love mini ones. The ones in the middle, in between, they're cool too, but something about the really big ones and the super tiny ones that just call to me. Here's another one of those vintage calendar pages, more ephemera. The middle of the third signature, that was decorated. The wax cording was decorated with a little metal key. And it's the same types of papers that are in the first and second signature. Here's the belly band. Same trim. And then, of course, I decorated the inside of each of the covers. Here's the back cover, Dream Dare. And those are paper dolls, Tim Holtz. This is also part of one of his ephemera packs as well. And here's the front. I love that. There is the thread for the 3 signatures. I just think it looks really cute, really neat, sweet. Love that. So that was the first one. Here's the second one, and this is the one I think I'm going to sell. So again, if you're interested, send me an email. Same size as the first, 2.5 by 3.5. Metal book corners, front and back. Ring fastener. Here's that tassel. 3 signatures, same 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I, of course, decorated the tails from each of the signatures with some beads, and I'll show that in more detail when we get there. Inside cover is decorated as well. 3 signatures. Each signature is made from wallpaper. It has that beautiful trim. This book also has some of the pages from that 1941 calendar, stamping and stenciling throughout. And the papers are the same as in the first journal. Stamps are also by Tim Holtz. You have coffee stained, tea stained papers, specialty papers. Here's a little tuck spot, and I added some of the ephemera from the Tim Holtz collection. Some grid paper, lined paper that's been coffee dyed, washi tape, stamping. For signature number 1, I added this pretty little feather charm and a little red bead. I thought the red picked up on the red of the cover. Here's signature number 2. She's pretty. Here is the cover of that mini calendar. It was a tiny calendar with kind of like a cardstock covering on it. That's what the cover looked like. I just rounded the corners and left it as is. It's beautiful. This is vintage, 1941. Beautiful. Put that right in there. This is part of some remnants, rub-ons, I think is what they're called, by Tim Holtz. Lots of pages here to have fun with. It's a stamp going across the center of the signature. This one I added a little gear, metal gear, and a bead that I thought matched perfectly with the cover and the fabric. I added 2 either tuck spots, pockets per signature. I didn't want to add too much because I didn't want, it's a tiny journal, and I didn't want to fill it up. I wanted to leave some room for growth. There's a side pocket. Here's signature number 3. So pretty. I picked my favorite pictures from that photo strip set. Here's another one of those vintage calendar pages right there. More of the ephemera. All of this is Tim Holtz except for the vintage calendar. This is some kind of dyed, I think this is avocado dyed paper. This is also dyed paper. I think it was dyed using some type of food coloring. I'm not sure. I purchased it from Godspeed Creations. Here's a stamp. That stenciling right there. Another little pocket. Belly band, actually. Made from a scrap piece of wallpaper, decorated with more of that Tim Holtz ephemera, and I tucked some more of those tiny pieces in the band right there. And the back, of course, is decorated. Now the center of this signature, the 3rd signature, I added an owl glass bead and a smaller red bead to add a little bit of a decorative element there as well. So it's super cute. I think it turned out really, really well. I love them both. I do. But I'm definitely going to keep this one because this is, I don't know what it is about this color combination right here that it's just calling me. But this is gorgeous. It was a hard choice. But I'm going to keep one and I'm going to sell one. So if you're interested in purchasing this little guy, send me an email, happilyellaafter@gmail.com. So it's a tiny, tiny, tiny journal. But it's the perfect size for documenting special occasions, daily affirmations. If you like journaling but are intimidated by bigger journaling pages, these are cute little journaling spots where you can just jot down thoughts and ideas. It also would make a great gift for someone, just putting that out there. So that is my share, my friends. Thank you so much for all who took the time to watch all of the videos. And again, if you're interested in seeing the process from start to finish, check out the playlist. I appreciate you all so, so much. I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time. Bye-bye.